I'm going to be covering the concept of a table in Excel and how you could leverage this to improve your workflow. Within Excel, there is a function to convert a range into a table within the Insert tab above, under the Tables group within the Table function. The functionality of a table often gets overlooked and is not utilized by a lot of individuals. However, once you become aware of the benefits of the table function, you will find a lot of situations where this could be useful. A table is primarily used when you want to organize different sets of data into different categories and also have clear traceability of what these data sets are labeled as. In order to cover this, we're going to analyze the employee timesheet available in the Source Data tab, where it's organized by the type of employee, the type of service, the project, and lastly, the total amount of hours spent within May 31st, 2024. Using this data, we have to calculate the hourly rate and the total amount incurred in May using the data within the Index tab. The Index tab currently provides us the hourly rate by project broken down by the different types of service of front end and the back end, and we have several options of how to bring that data within this timesheet here. Normally, when you build your financial models, there are several things that you have to look out for. However, one core component that I always value is continuity, meaning you don't constantly have to change your formulas. It will automatically update when you provide new information. One of the easiest solutions to achieve that is to normally select the entire column as your range within your formula. However, in this case, we're not able to because the front end and the back end are within the same index. So what we're going to do is convert these into a table and then bring the data in to the Source Data tab. So let's first create a column called hourly rate. And this is really just going to be a simple XLOOKUP. But what we're going to do is first create this into a table. So we can go to Insert T, or we can highlight the range that we want to convert into a table and then just press Control T, like this. And now we have two tables. Again, formatting is a very important value for myself. So I'm going to go to Table Design and then change this into this format here. Same thing for the table below as well. And the way I'm going to bring in the hourly rate is set up an if statement where if C7 equals front end, then I want to XLOOKUP the project, search the project here, and return the project here. Otherwise, if C7 equals backend, then I want to look up the project over here and return from the backend table. And we can apply this formula across universally and then calculate the total amount where we multiply the hours by the hourly rate. Let's copy the formatting here. And now we have the total amount. Now what's really useful for here is that, let me zoom in here a little bit. If you take a look at the formula, it's not referring to the range of B5 to B14, but instead it is referencing front end project name. So any item that we include within these tables will automatically be added into these projects. So for example, let's say that tomorrow Jordan Kim, front end and back end, and let's say that there was a new project called Project 1. The amount or hours spent, let's just get an average figure here. And if we drag this formula down, it is going to return an error because Project 1 is not within our table. Now what we can do here is I'm just going to add a row, add Project 1, and then add let's say 53 hours. And if he spent it on back end, it would be 82. We can see that the range within the formula automatically factored in the new project that was added. If we had built this formula without utilizing a table, we would have to manually adjust the range of the input to factor in any new additions. And we can expand the costs over here, and we now have the total amount incurred in May 31st, 2024. Lastly, let's just set up the summary where we want to summarize the total amount spent by project and service type. So let's specify project and then specify front end and back end, which is the service type. For project, I'm just going to bring in the unique projects here and do a simple sum ifs of the total amount spent by the project and by the service. And we have the summary. Now it's not formatted, but for the sake of this video, I want you to focus on the impact of these tables. Setting up tables really helps organize the different inputs within your formulas and also helps manage your data sets. Whenever you're bringing in data from different data sets, I highly recommend you to utilize tables so that you keep an organized and managed workflow. I hope this video helped you gain insight to how tables work and how you can possibly use them in your workspace. And I'm going to keep uploading more educational videos, so follow for more.